What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another video, man. And today we're going to be installing a PPE transmission cooler on my 10LA transmission. I have no experience whatsoever doing this other than watching some videos on YouTube of people doing it. So I'm gonna be walking y'all through the steps on how I'm gonna be doing things. So without any more delays, man, let's go ahead and do it. Okay, once you have your hood open, you're going to remove these clips. You can use one of these tools. And then you're gonna remove these two bolts using a T15 torch. Once you have all of that removed, then you can take this, set it to the side. So moving on, I'm going to remove these two bolts right here. They are 15 millimeter. Let's go ahead and do that. So as you can see from this one, they have red thread locker, so it's gonna be pretty tight. I'm gonna move on to the next one. All right, set this one to the side. I'm gonna remove this clip right here. All right, set to the side. Now that we went ahead and removed the clip here, took these two bolts out, I'm gonna go ahead and fold these things down out of the way. And then I'm going to, I don't know if they're gonna be in the way, but I'm gonna take this off. These are 13 millimeter. But before I do that, I'm gonna make a mark here with a marker. All right, so I got a white marker. Then my two marks right here. Nothing crazy, just to make sure that when I put it back, it's aligned. I'll go ahead and remove this. Okay, I'm just gonna set this to the side. Okay, so to get these fully out of the way, once you take your two bolts, there's a clip. I don't know if you can see it right here that goes like right underneath here. Just pull that clip out. That way you can set this thing up here out of the way. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, this is a 10 millimeters. I'm going to remove the horn. Pretty straightforward. Just take the bowl out and take this whole piece out. All right, something I didn't mention about the horn, the electrical connection. You have this red tab here. You're just gonna pull it back, and then you're gonna press this black bar, pull it down. That way you can take the horn out. Okay, so before we move on to the next step, which is going to be removing that intake snorkel right there, I want to show you guys something that I did a while ago. I don't have it on video, but it might interest some of you guys. But something that I did is that I removed a lot of the fins for the uh, shutter, and I just left three fins. I left the top one, the middle one, and the bottom one. So it's pretty easy to do. Some people take the whole grill out. I didn't have to do that. They're pretty flexible. So if you like bend them like up towards you, they'll come out. So I don't know. Just wanted to bring that up. It's where I'm at. It can be pretty hot in the summer, so I just wanted to have the most amount of ventilation possible. I'm probably gonna put them back on in the winter because that helps to bring the transmission uh, to operating temperature quicker. But yeah, let's go ahead and remove that intake sprinkle. All right. All right. So now what I'm gonna be doing before I start disconnecting lines, I'm gonna get some rags and just like put them down here. So I know we're probably gonna lose some transmission fluid. Get some of these rags, put them down here. All right. So now we're pretty much ready to start disconnecting the lines. So I'm gonna go ahead and start removing this piece right here. Just move that down to the other one. Do the same thing. Back. All right. Okay, so that was fairly easy, honestly. I was kind of worried because I've seen videos on people having issue with this line on the driver's side. Um, the only thing that I had to do was just to like put my hand through here, grab the line, and wiggle it from like back here, and it came out pretty easy. Uh, my truck only has 18,000 miles, so it's probably why it wasn't that like stuck in there. But yeah, that was fairly easy. So now we're just gonna go ahead and start getting ready for the PPE. Okay, so now comparing the factory transmission cooler to the PPE, man, I can say this thing is beefy. It's like heavy. Like, look at how thick is that? Like, look at the thickness of that, and then look at the thickness of the factory one. It's like twice the size. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, these are the part numbers for the fittings that I'm going to be putting here on both sides of the new PPE cooler. It's 84240288. You can get that from your local dealer, Rock Auto. Uh, I would probably just go to my local dealer just to make sure that I get like an actual OG one. I got 2 quarts of ULV. You're gonna need a fluid pump, and yeah, man, let's keep going. All right, y'all. The PPE transmission cooler is finally in, but I gotta tell y'all, these freaking lines gave me a crazy hard time. I ended up having to uh, lose these lines. So here, if you remove this, there is, if this thing will focus, right there. Not sure if you can see it, but like right there, there's a bolt. It's a 10 millimeter. You will lose that, and then you'll have some wiggle room for this line. Then I have to do the same thing for this one. So for that one, you're gonna have to come back here, and it's going to, you're gonna have to get your hand to here, and it is this right here. This is another 10 millimeter. So I lose that up to have again some wiggle room. And that's how I was able to get the lines to clip in. So just gonna get this finished up, and I'll be right back, man. Hey, yo, what up, y'all? Man, what I'm about to tell y'all, it is the reason why I feel like a lot more people should do videos on YouTube, because this happen, mistakes like this happen pretty often. And when people share their experiences, everybody learns from it. So, why do I say this? It is the next day after I installed the PPE transmission cooler on my truck. And there is one mistake I did. And that mistake was to make sure that I could break loose the transmission fuel plug on this truck. Everybody complains about because of how tight it is from factory, and I completely forgot about it. So I did the whole job. Installed the transmission cooler on the truck, and when I went under to break loose that fuel plug, I couldn't get it loose. I couldn't get it to break loose. So I messed up the 8 millimeter uh, Allen thing on it. So I had to use the good old welding method on it. So I'm gonna go under the truck and tell y'all what I did. There it is, Joe. It is absolutely not the prettiest welding job, but I broke it loose. As you guys can see, I already started it. And yeah, if you're watching this video, I hope you learned something from this. All right, so that's a wrap. Um, we are done. As you guys saw, I had some hiccups here and there. I had to loose up the lines to have some wiggle room. I had to, the fuel plug of the transmission didn't want to come out, so I had to weld freaking bolt on it to get it out. So I'm glad that I'm sharing this, because if you are considering doing this same job, now you see what I had to do, what I went through. I would say that the biggest thing is just make sure that you can lose that fuel plug, because it's gonna be tight. And you don't want to end up in the same situation that I was, doing this job. You're gonna lose some fluid, then you're gonna have to get under it, to get it to the proper level again. Um, but yeah, man. If you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you watching, and I'm gonna keep making more videos. So stay tuned. Y'all take it easy now.